What's cracking? My name's Samzari, and yeah, I'm playing Dark Souls. Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. Now, this, I must say, I have gotten into this very much recently. This is why I didn't upload anything for several weeks. It was Dark Souls. So, basically, I'm gonna do a full playthrough of Dark Souls. Just New Game, not New Game Plus. I don't have a clever name for it. I'm gonna do a full playthrough. It's 2 in the morning. I'm sorry if I come across as, like, really tired. I am. I just thought, hey, Guns of Icarus, midnight, Dark Souls 2 in the morning. I do not have the DLC, so I cannot cover the DLC, nor do I have, nor will I ever use DS Fix ever again. I tried using it, the game was just too laggy for me. My computer cannot handle it. So I just have to play it as it normally is, and there are parts that will lag out. I promise you, there are parts that will just make me want to stop, cry myself to sleep. Later parts, I'm not going to spoil anything for any newcomers, but honestly, play Dark Souls. Play Dark Souls right now. This game has made me hate myself. This game has made me love myself. This game has made me just want to, like, lay on the floor and just touch myself all over because it's just no, lots of frustrating parts. All right. So, I already kind of started, I already have a game right here. It's Tarkus. But we're going to start a new game. Alright. I'm never, ever going to use mouse and keyboard controls. Ever. Mouse and keyboard controls are awful. So, we're going to call my, well, we're going to do me. Alright, we are going, I like how it says abilities not affected, like male, female, it doesn't matter. For this one, I'm going to be male, because that's what I am. Yeah, I'm male. Let me see. I've always started off as the warrior, the knight, and I don't want to start off as the pyromancer. I don't want to start off as a cleric. I really don't want to start off as any of these. Actually, this doesn't look that bad, but I'm not gonna pick it. Bandit, thief, wanderer. I'm gonna be a knight. Yeah, I'm gonna be a knight. And my gift. Let me see. I'm not gonna make the game easier for myself. The master key literally lets you skip like a good 20% of the game if you know how to use it. If you're quick enough at running and you know how to use it, you can literally skip 20% of the game with the master key. So I'm not gonna do that. You know, I think I'm going to pick the. I actually don't know what to pick. I'm gonna pick the pendant. I know it has no effect, and you know, it literally does have no effect. The creators of this game put it in, and it has literally no effect. It does nothing. It is a pointless item. It exists for no reason other than to take up space. So I'm gonna take it. Physique, we're going to be, my physique, slim. Actually, no, I suppose I'm average now. My face, I always pick the same face. It's just commoner, Astora noble. No. This time we're going to be a little different. We're going to be a commoner. Hair. Some people don't like putting hair on their characters because, I mean, we're going to be like a beef jerky man for half the game anyway, so. I've noticed that none of these haircuts are even close to mine, so I'm just going to shaved. Color, I'm going to make red hair. What? Oh, this affects my eyes too. Oh, that's nice. Gold eyes. That's what we're gonna do, golden eyes. And here we are. Yes, I'm okay to start the game with this character. And, cutscene time. It's time to learn. Time to learn, kids.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came, and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the scales, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed Darksign. Yes, indeed. The Darksign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And here we are in the Northern Undead Asylum. I know quite a bit about this game, and I'm just gonna make sure that it is not too loud. Yeah, there we go. I think that's enough. Alright, so here we are. Here we are in our little cell. There are a couple reasons I don't like using DS Fix. Now, as of current, we do this. That's our dodge, and that is just not good enough for me, so we're just gonna take those off. It's not the best we can do right now, but actually it is the best we can do right now unless I take off all the armor, and I don't want to do that. So here we are. We're in this asylum for the undead. we have been marked as undead, and we are now locked up to protect the good people. I don't need to really read these. Right stick, camera controls. Yes, thank you. Alright, so we're going to read up on some of the lore of this weapon. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read everything. Oh boy. Straight sword hilt. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the undead asylum. Only slightly better than one's bare hands, and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. Yep, and now our armor. I took it off instead. There we go. Knight armor. Armor of a lower ranking knight. Despite the thin metal used, the grooved texture gives it added protection. Alright, and because we are a knight, we start off in the Way of White. You see my name up there, and you see Covenant Way of White. Yeah, fun. Right bumper is to attack. If you're on mouse and keyboard, it's left click. Though I would never, ever recommend using mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard is awful. And we can actually get a sneak preview of a later boss of the game right over there. I hate that boss. Is there a flip off emoji? No, emote, I should say. Alright, right trigger strong attack, so that's what we're going to use on this guy. Yeah, I actually convinced John to get this first version of Dark Souls, and John soon realized that, hey, it is not a fun time to be using mouse and keyboard. He learned that very quickly. Yeah, target lock and release. Basic stuff, I learned all this when I played Dark Souls 2. I do not have videos of me playing Dark Souls 2 because they are all on my, it's all on my Xbox. And I must say, I'm never ever going to get it for PC because that was an awful port. Now, one of the reasons I don't like DSFix is because this is how the game was made. This is how the game was intentioned. Yes, rusted bonfire, recover HP. First, you have to light the bonfire. But the reason I want to play it like this is because this is how it was made for the computer. It may be awful, and it may not look its best, but it works and it runs. Alright, so we're going to open up to this big door here. We're just going to ignore everything else for the moment. And, so most new players are going to be like, oh, cool, let me just go. Oh, hello. Who are you? Yep, that is the first boss of the game. That is your tutorial for Dark Souls. Other games, they're like, oh, press X to move your head. Nope, this game's just like straight up going at it. Just get in the game. You're going to fight now. And 3, 2, 1. Bloop. He is the Asylum Demon. We're not going to waste any time with him because I know the shortcut. Yeah, we've just left that boss behind to pursue more of the level. So, bonfires are not as frequent as this, let me tell you. They are not nearly as frequent as this. And I'm not, saying I'm going to die, but I'm still going to rest. Alright, get your shield. Items like this can be found on the ground. This just happens to be my shield. Well, alright, let's read it up while we're here. Tower Kite Shield. Medium metal shield decorated with a tower. The symbol of protection. A standard, widely used shield. Dink. Alright, and there's that dude. He's got a bow and arrow. He's annoying. You can actually chase him down if you already have a weapon. And a broadsword, my weapon. Let's see. Broadsword. The wide blade of this straight sword emphasizes slicing and has no thrust attack. The horizontal sweeping motion makes this sword effective against multiple enemies. I got a lot in my throat. Alright. Yeah. I already know how to do all that. So yeah, we're basically just gonna run up to this guy, and we're gonna make him into cubed jello by slicing him up. Already we're doing much more damage than that little sword hit could do. Yeah, there's an important character in there that we're gonna go talk to. And we're gonna go talk to him right away. Because he's a cool dude. And I really respect him. So up here, telling you how to dodge, backstep. Alright. And you may notice, hey, this wall looks a little funny, a little out of place. Oh, well, why don't I just go up these stairs and look for a key? Lol, no, it's a trap. From software. You know what I don't get, though? The ball rolled straight down the stairs. It somehow rolled from the stairs. It would have gone straight and hit here. But it hit here, and then it ended up here. I kind of want to know how that works. But we're going to talk to this very important character right here. He's a cool dude.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I think we'll hear him out. I know this guy, and I know we have to hear him out to finish the game.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar it's an undead favorite.
Oh, and this.
Just in case we need it.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And...
Yes. This man is Oscar Vestora, and he's a very sad character. Alright, so we're going to read up the lore on the Estus Flask. Estus Flask. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the Firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the Firekeeper's soul, she lives to protect the flame, and dies to protect it further. This is the only time in the game the Dark Tales are mentioned. Might as well read the Black Separation Crystal too. This black crystal, long a symbol of farewell, is granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. Darksign. The Darksign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the Darksign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. And then we have one final item to read. Bear with me. The pendant. A simple pendant with no effect. Even so, pleasant memories are crucial to survive on arduous journeys. Alright, so basically to go hollow, you need to lose hope and then die. We have not lost hope. We always will have hope. We will forever have hope as long as I choose to return to this character. And here comes one of the sadder moments in gaming for me. Yep, that's the death sound right there. And we get 100 souls. Oh boy. And we come back, and he's dead. Thankfully, he has not hollowed that fast. So he's not going to spring back up and try to kill us. Yet. Here we have this guy. I do not like these guys. They're annoying. Especially later, when we'll run into more of them. Because frankly, they're super annoying. They're kind of quickish on their attacks, and they can cause enough poise damage to knock you over. That's later. Right now, they're no threat. They're like cheese. They're made up as strong as cheese anyway. Cause see, look at this. Sam can just cut right through them. Yeah, look at that, 65, 130 damage. The real challenge actually comes right over here with this guy. Ow. I almost died to this guy. This guy that I really do not want to die to right now, because that'd be very embarrassing. There we go, I got the backstab. Yeah, that's the major difference between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is easier, and Dark Souls 1 relies more heavily on backstabs. Yeah, this door is locked. So, for now, we continue through here. This white light, which signifies bosses. Now, you see him down there? We're gonna, I believe, I hope, I'm praying right now I can pull this off. Yes, I have! What? Okay, that I've never seen. I've never seen him actively jump up and stop you from doing that. Normally, you can do a little jump attack on his face, and that'll deal like half his health bar. And it just goes away. Like it's magic, it just goes away. But, you know, we're strong enough, we can actually handle him right now. I mean, the door's not even open, so we can't try again. Now, I will tell you right now, I'm not perfect at this game. I will die, I will take damage. I'm not very good. As a lot of the pro players would say, I need to get good. But I like to think of myself as not that bad. I'm decently bad, but not that bad. Yeah. This boss, actually, we see him 3 times. We see him here. We saw a sneak peek of him as we were leaving our cell. By the way, they are not the same demon. Because as you see, this is the Asylum Demon. The Asylum Demon is an awful person. And I hate him very much. He is all that is wrong with my life. But we'll be seeing this particular model again. One as a technically optional boss. So if you have any kind of decency, you'll never make it optional. You'll make it requirement. Alright, so we've just gotten the Big Pilgrim's Key. Big Pilgrim's Key, which is required to go through the game. Big Pilgrim's Key opens inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum's main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Alright, and if we listen real close. Here, let me actually turn it up. I feel like it's a little quiet. Like, I can't hear it. I can't hear it, but I can hear myself, so... Maybe 5 is okay. Yeah, that should do. Alright, so listen very closely. You hear footsteps, right? But we just killed the demon. Perhaps foreshadowing for a later boss. It is. I'm gonna spoil that one. It is. We are gonna fight another boss in this area. But for now, we have done all we can. It says, yes, developer message, good job, go straight ahead. I am playing online. So if any of the 3 audience members I have has Dark Souls 1 and wants to join me, they merely need to jump right ahead of where the last recording ended. And they can join Sam in his adventures, yeah. Alright, we're gonna need another cutscene up here. That does it for the end of the Asylum. We will be coming back shortly, though. Not shortly, a little while, actually. Because, Jesus, the boss is hard.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
That's so cool.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage
Oh my gosh.
to the land of the ancient lords.
I love the big crow.
Lordran.
Wow, thanks for spoiling the name of the land of the ancient lords. I think I have come up with a clever little name for this. You can just read and find out. I'll probably put it in the title. I might have forgotten. I forget. Alright, here we are in the most important area of the game. Second most important area in the game, depending on who you talk to. To me, this is the most important area of the entire game, right here, in this spot. Notice, this bonfire is already lit. And we get 10 Estus instead of 5 from it. Estus depends on how kindled the bonfire is. I'll explain later. Alright. This is that nice knight we saw in there. His name was back in the Undead Asylum. He died. His name is Oscar. Yeah, we'll be seeing him again. Not too long from now. But this is really Mr. Exposition right here. He is the crestfallen, I believe he's a warrior.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
He is a super creepy guy, and he is a kind of a sad story. Now, you see, we aren't the first to do this. We are clearly not the first that he's seen come through here, because Oscar back at the Undead Asylum was like, bring the Bell of Awakening, and then this guy's like, oh wait, there's actually 2 Bells of Awakening you need to ring. Yeah, I'm playing online, alright. That is another person. We're just gonna ignore that. Wait, they're just standing here. Nope. And they're gone now. Either the game's haunted or I'm playing on multiplayer. Alright, so we're gonna talk to him again.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow.
Shut up.
But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Ah, stuff it. Yeah, we are, let's see. For lore, we're gonna keep listening to this guy.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Alright, take note of what he just said and what he's about to say.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Alright. Now he just said, oh, you can steal from healthy undead. You can get their humanity. And then he's like, what are you looking at? Don't get any ideas. Alright, so this message was just written at my feet. Not a beanpole. I don't even have that tool yet. Can't even do that. Alright, so before we go and do anything, I'm gonna level up right here. And we're gonna talk to, as much as it pains me to say, we're gonna talk to everyone here. I've heard their dialogues 1,000 times, but I can suck it. Alright, first things first. I really should upgrade endurance. But I also really should upgrade strength. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade strength first. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a strength build. Yay! Because normally when I do Dark Souls games, I do like, when I did Dark Souls 2, I always had some kind of magic on me. Like, pyromancy, or my most popular to me is faith. I really like faith magic. Because faith magic is just so good. Alright, here we have Mr. I hate this guy.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Yes, this is Petrus of Thurland. We won't leave him alone, though.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
And we get some lore there.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, it would.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Yeah, I already
Now,
belong to this
let
covenant.
me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Alright, here we go. I believe, once I talk to him like this, and I ring the second bell of awakening, shit'll actually go down with his storyline. So I'm gonna... He teaches me how to shrug. It's just like, meh. Alright, we're not gonna talk
Come
to him.
again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him and his entire... Okay, no, that's a lie. I like one member of his entire gang. I really like only one member. And she's the only tolerable member. So we're just gonna run around picking up some of these items. So we got a soul item. Oh, jeez, it's got a lag spike. Like a miniature lag spike. Alright, there's a shortcut over there that we can unlock later. This is a developer message. It says, you know, gesture menu. I already opened it. We're gonna change this from wave to shrug. Eh. Alright. Fun fact, if you jump in that well, you will die. I just want you to know that, because I care about your safety. Alright, there's going to be a major character over here later. Alright, I didn't actually learn this until last time I played through, but this chest This chest is a failsafe. It is meant to be open. If it is not open, then you have broken the game in some small way. I found a nifty little way to almost cheat the system with a character that'll appear later. I found a way to almost cheat this system with him. The system of, oh, you have to go out and kill things to get souls. But we're not going to talk about that for now, because we can't cheat the system like that yet. And I'm only going to show off the stuff that I can actually do. And so here we have another soul item. Aren't we just excited? Running around, not at the speed of sound. We don't have any places to be. Oh, there we go. Those are where people just died. So someone just died over there. We're not going to go down there because this place, that place right over there, I'm not going to look at it. That little graveyard, that will mess you up, man. If you're a low-level player like myself, that place just messes you right up. It will rustle your jimmies something fierce. Just never again. Alright, so here we have this little pathway, and oh, we see some fire bombs. Fire bombs will be... I've actually never used fire bombs. I'm gonna be completely honest, I never, ever used fire bombs. Like, ever. I just found them, like, I either didn't have any on me or I just didn't need them. I know there's some other items over here, and I'm trying to reach them, and I'm having some difficulty in doing so. Yes. I believe... Yeah, they're over there. So, let's see if I can just... There we go. I hit the secret area. So, here's a little cache of items I know what chests are mimics. Cracked red eye orbs. Alright. Interesting to hide. A Morningstar and Talisman. Only used really by clerics, so this is a cleric stash. Why on earth would a cleric stash have those? Cracked red eye orbs. I mean, cleric doesn't use that. Homeward bones. Ever so useful. I think we're supposed to... Alright. And then down here, the final chest. Void's Talismans. So we have a whole bunch of lore to cover right here and now. We're just going to get rid of all these. Alright. Buckle in. It's time for reading. Cracked red eye orb. Online play item, invade other worlds. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of the world you've invaded to acquire humanity. Cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability, normally limited to the dark rates of Cath. Yep, that's fun. Fire bombs. Bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. Very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. Ooh, sorry. Not the best at reading out loud. Lloyd's Talisman. Talismans utilized by all Father Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. It just means you can't drink Estus if you're affected by it. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Homeward bone. Bone fragment reduced to white ash. Return to the last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by the bones of the undead. In rare cases, there's a strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. Soul of a lost undead. Soul of a lost undead who's gone hollow long ago. Used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Humanity. Rare, tiny black sprite found on corpses. Used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? The copper coin. Copper coin, a coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have very little value in Lordron, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream about returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So, Petrus gave us this coin, which means he's essentially given up on returning to the outside world. Alright, I've awoken some of these skeletons. These skeletons are buttholes. All of them, they're just awful. I hate skeletons. Yeah, there's bloodstains that died up there. Yeah, they were fighting the skeletons, I bet. I bet you, more than anything, they were fighting skeletons and they died. So, those skeletons have a nasty habit of respawning, like reviving themselves after you kill them. That just resets the area. Everything's reset now. There are no new items though. The skeletons went back to sleep in their little bone piles. So we're gonna head up into the Undead Burg today. We're gonna like get to one of the more annoying parts of the Undead Burg, and then we're gonna stop for today. I think. Oh god, it's almost 3 in the morning. Might as well just call these late night gaming sessions with Sam. Alright, that guy up there who's just throwing around fire bombs. He's like Satan for early level players. Because no player is going to think just rush up here and kill this dude. Or if they do, they're actually going to fall off. Because he has a nasty habit of having allies. And, you know... Alright, that is something that just rustles my jimmies about Dark Souls 1. Everything, no matter what it is, it doesn't care what it is, it jumps backwards if you try to hit it. Like, 90% enemies will do that. Sometimes they just do it randomly. I mean, honestly, sometimes I won't even swing at them, they'll just jump backwards. Yeah, Soul of a Lost Undead. Because I don't want to risk my life, funny enough, to get that item over there. That item is a Ring of Sacrifice, and it basically mutes 1 death if you're wearing it. Because I don't want to risk it, I'm not going to go over there and mess with it right now. Later, I'm going to mess with it a whole bunch. But right now, I'm not really going to feel up to it. Yeah, but we're going to get this item way over here, which is much safer, I might add. And it is another Soul of a Lost Undead. Yay! Items! Alright, so this is a rat. It's a very big rat. Jesus, look at that thing. It's a cat running away. Oh, that's another thing I like about Dark Souls 1. The ragdolls follow you if you walk through. Alright. I know where I can get the Master Key legitimately and not have to start with it. But I might as well complete that section in the following section just for story. Yes, up. Alright, so here we are, Undead Burg. One of the sweetest places in the world. Just kidding, this place is absolutely awful. It's filled with the undead, and I will not cover everything today. Today, we're just going to get to a checkpoint. One of the very special checkpoints that takes a while to get to, and then we're just going to stop right there. Yeah, hidden path ahead. This is a lie. If you try to walk through there, you will die. Yeah, be careful with this guy. This guy will walk out of the building. I don't know if this is a let's play exactly. You'll walk through halfway between both. All right, we got some lore here on this Hollow Warrior helm. Hollow Warrior helm. Helm worn by Hollow Warriors. Although it is made of iron, it is old, battered, and worn out. It is wise to wear a sturdy form of head protection against arrows and other physical threats. Yeah, that's almost foreshadowing for what's going to happen in like 30 seconds. Because literally in 30 seconds we're going to meet the second archer of the game. Really, really annoying archer at that. Because he's not just an archer, he's also a crossbowman. Alright, I ain't going over there, I ain't messing with that, I ain't touching that voodoo. And here we're going to see something really cool. Hellkite Drake! Alright, be wary of Drake. Yes, his music is very nice. I've actually listened to Drake before. Alright, up there's a crossbowman, and we can kind of see the layout of the level. That's something I really, really respect about Dark Souls 1 that I wish they had, actually, I just started noticing in Dark Souls 2. So, the level tells you what's going to happen. You can see everything that's going to happen in this level if you do it right. You see everything that's going to happen. We're going to try this door. I'm sure it's, nope, it's not the locked one. This lets us see Lower Undead Burg and little bits of the future. Yeah, we're not going to dwell too long on that. And so here we are. This guy will mess up your day if you're not paying attention, and if you're not ready to just mess him up in return. There we go, he's dead. And here we have the first real checkpoint of the game. Like, everything else you could just walk through. This I actually like. I like this quite a bit. It is very useful. Those stairs are destroyed, so we can't use them. So what we're gonna do, we're actually really low level right now. I'm not used to being this weak. I of course have Tarkus, and I've beaten the game with Tarkus. Tarkus is a max level character who's currently almost done with New Game Plus. Tarkus is a beast. I love Tarkus. I love the Tarkus in game too. I actually originally named my other character as a joke because I didn't know who Tarkus was. until I learned who Tarkus was. Black Iron Tarkus is not to be messed with. Yeah, like, literally, everything. If it gets a chance, it will jump at you. Honestly, it's like it's giving me sales pitches. Alright. But, honestly, something I've noticed is all the iframes everything gets in this game. Like in Dark Souls 2, you could hurt anything at any time. You very rarely got iframes. If you don't know what iframes are, it's like when you roll or when you're in the middle of animation. Sometimes you have what are called iframes or immortality. I believe they're called immortality frames by the community. But basically, you can't be hurt during them at all. Like no matter what's happening during the iframe, you're gonna live. And there are much wider iframes in Dark Souls 1 than Dark Souls 2. Also much trickier iframes, and all the enemies have iframes. Everything's got iframes if it wants it. It's like Oprah, you get an iframe, and you get an iframe, and you get dead. Seriously, firebombs, really annoying for early game, because these dudes are immune to fire, they're immune to living, they're immune to dying. Alright, so we're just gonna bait one of these guys. Or not. Alright, so basically, the game is based around you having a shield, so I'm gonna continue having the shield. These guys, I hate. There are a lot of enemies in this game I hate, now that I think about it, but these guys have spears, and in case you've been, you know, not playing Dark Souls, which you should be, shame on you, shields, normally, like, if I hold my shield up, it puts my shield down when I attack. Not if you have a spear. Spears are the exception. Spears will always let you attack, even if you have a shield up. Alright, so I'm gonna try to bait this guy. There we go. I baited him with the barrel, and moved very quickly out of the way of the barrel. Yeah, I remember the first time playing through with Tarkus, and I got hit by that barrel, and it one-shotted me. I was so thrilled to be playing Dark Souls. Early game Dark Souls is not awful, it's just, it can get really frustrating, but it is like so sewn together. It is so like, everything's connected. Everything touches something else. You're never 2 or 3 areas away from the starting area. You can always get there. It's never a hassle. It's fun. It's a great experience. You know, it's not a great experience. Well, for starters, this upcoming boss fight, it is not that good of experience. I remember I was coaching. Yeah, see, Undead Favorites. All hollows in the game, not just us, can use an Estus Flask, and sometimes that is the most annoying thing. Alright, we can't actually see a preview of this boss, though. It is coming up. You can see the white fog. We actually are in the boss area right here, right now. Yeah, try plunging attack. I believe you can bait the boss using a plunging attack. I never tried, because I always just found staying right up in his crotch was the best way to deal with him. As weird as that sounds, like staying right up in his crotch is the best way to deal with him for me. But the reason I take these guys out is because the boss will not aggro until we're about halfway across this bridge. And those guys will be aggroed as soon as you come out that door, so they're going to try to kill you the whole time. Taurus Demon! Yeah, I don't like Taurus Demons. I don't like any demons. Demons are just awful. What's worse is these are like, right now this is a boss, you know, this is like a big bad enemy. Later, this becomes like a standard enemy. Like, when we get to a later part of the game, we're just gonna fight like tons of these guys. They're gonna become like the faceless Arab soldier number 605 of the Call of Duty franchise for us. Because, okay, there aren't nearly that many. There aren't that many of them, but there's a high number. Alright, I've always gotten this guy to just jump off the edge and kill himself. I don't know how I did it. Like, I did it consistently. I had one character before Tarkus, before my Tarkus character, and he got him to jump off. For Tarkus, I got him to jump off. I don't know if I can get him to jump off with Sam. I might have to do the plunging attack then. In fact, I'm gonna go try to do the plunging attack then. I gotta be real quick about it though, because he can hit me while I'm on a ladder. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Good. All right. So here we are. Notice how this roof is like nicely shaped for jumping off on people's faces. Hello, Taurus Demon. How's it going? Ah. Yeah, and now we're on his back, and now we're on his face, and now it's just awkward. Yeah, his foot can hurt you. Like, everything about this boss can hurt you. Praise the sun. Not really what I need right now. That's a gorgeous sunset. Sunrise, sunset, mid-afternoon. I don't know what time it is. It's gorgeous sun, because the sun is gorgeous. Mess him up. If I'd picked up an item... Oh, wait, yeah, maybe I can get him... No, never mind. Alright, jump off. Come on. Jump off and kill yourself. Show the nice people that you can do it. I'm sure everyone and their mom knows that Parsnip can kill himself. Plays Dark Souls figured that out. But I don't see that happening right here. I see right now we're just gonna keep blocking his attacks, keep staying up right into the rock, right up in his privates. We're just gonna make sure his biz is our biz. You know what? We're gonna do another plunging attack, unless he kills me on this ladder. Yeah, wow, just barely avoided that. That was close. That was fun. Alright, look, he's looking up and just like, hey, what's going on, man? And we're just gonna mess up his day a little bit. Alright, what? What? Okay, I've never seen that happen before. That's cool. I didn't know that could happen. Tar's demon boss fight just got a little cooler for me. Alright, we just got like one more hit on him. We're not gonna die here. We're smarter than that. We're not. Bushy! Alright, he's died. Meh. I mean, he's not a hard boss. He's not. Totally. Oh, I just dropped in frames there for a second. Oh, look, bloodstain. It looks like I'm applying. Oh, Jesus. Frame, stop. Alright, so this person was fighting him. And hit by the axe, and they died. Hit by his demon great axe. So, sweet Jesus on a bun. Right now, frames are not liking me. So we're gonna try to we're gonna go back to the bonfire we just rested at, you know, the one before there. But we're gonna meet a very interesting character first. I like this character. Many people like this character, for a lot of reasons. But I have a very deep personal connection with this character because of the way he thinks. And it's this man right here.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Look, it's someone else just like us.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Of course.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Of course.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
I feel like his voice acting could have been done a little better. And that's coming from me, the man with the the guy with the flattest voice on the planet.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun.
Like,
the sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
like that line has like real emotion right there. That line, like, has real emotion. I actually feel that.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah.
If o-
You've heard that? Alright, so I'm not an idiot, and I know what's coming right here on the bridge. Some people might not. My frames are fluctuating, so I'm gonna have to... Oh, look at this wondrous black scorch mark. I wonder what it could mean. Oh, that's what it means. Yeah, just prepare for everything on that bridge to die. This is one of the... Well, with a couple exceptions, this is one of the more annoying parts of the game. The Hellkite Drake Bridge. where many have died. Like, look at all these red corpses. These red corpses, I actually have no idea what they mean. I think they mean, like, these are players that died there. So, we're just gonna ignore him. We're just gonna completely ignore him, because he is awful. And we're instead going to unlock a shortcut! Dink! Yes, try kicking, thank you. And as you can see, messages keep appearing, because I'm still online. I guarantee you when I exit record, I will not be seeing nearly as many of these. Alright, and watch this. We rest. And we're going to try to get to the next bonfire. It should only take me like 5 minutes. It should. As I said, should take me 5 minutes, and now we've rested there, so we'll respawn right there. We have the ladder. We got everything we need. Solaire's moved on. Well, he hasn't moved on. As he said, he'll stay behind. He'll gaze at the sun. I love Solaire. Solaire's one of my favorite characters. Alright, let's see. Oh ho! Yes, I actually think the red bodies are dead players, because normally I only see like 1 or 2 dead bodies, red dead bodies on this bridge. I know that bloodstains definitely mark players. Alright, so depending on how much cooperation this Hellkite Drake wants to give me, that's how fast we can get to the next bonfire, which is just in that room. Come on. Do the thing. No, he's not going to do the thing. Yeah, someone just died right there. Yeah, they were standing here, they walked out a little bit, and they're fighting an undead, looks like. Oh, there we go, he did the thing. We gotta run. Alright, he did the thing. I'm not gonna bother getting the special weapon you can get from him. I'm just gonna run in here, like, blitz run it into this place, and I'm just gonna, boom, light the bonfire, and boom, 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 boom. Rest at the bonfire. He has been reset. He's now far away from the bridge. Yeah, there we go. He's leaving. And this is one of the cooler things right here. So here we are. Altar of Sunlight. Aw, Hellkite's just flying away. Alright, this is the Altar of Sunlight. It is a very, very important thing for one particular covenant. And a lot of people like it. So, we are not going to be moving on. We're not... My internet connection's not the best at the moment, nor my frames. Bad computer. No, it's not the computer's fault. It's actually the computer's fault. Yeah, my frame's just not having a lot of fun right now. So, I'm gonna actually open up the path. I was actually really confused on this point. Stop computer. Like, you might be able to see it, you might not. My computer keeps switching between like 15, 30, and then 3 frames. So, that'll do it for today. If you liked it, give it a like. If you liked everything else, subscribe if you want to. Give me a comment. I care about what you think. If you want me to not do this, you can suck a dry ball sack. Frankly, I don't care. If this is what I like, I'm going to do it. That's it. As if I allow in jolly yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Shut up, game. Yeah, I'm just standing still. So, we're just going to ignore this. Thank you all for watching, if anyone did, and bye-bye. I hope to see you all tomorrow, or the next day, or whenever I'm going to record next. Bye.